Hi everyone, it's Deborah back again, and today I'm just going to take you through some of my hauls that I picked up this morning at the op shops, and also today is giveaway day. So today we will be doing the giveaway. Stay tuned at the end of the video for that. I'm just showing you some of the things that I've picked up. I'm not going to go through it all. So I've got these flashcards, kids flashcards. They were 50 cents for quite a bundle. They're in rather garish colours, but a bit of gesso, a bit of tissue paper, and they'll be great. They're also bigger than a normal playing card, so they're probably 5 by 3. They look about that, and I'll use those on various projects. You can see that they're double-sided. So that was pretty good haul. Then I've got this little journal that I got for $1. Actually, it was less than that because you got three for $2. Sorry, 3 for $2. So this is pink with a bit of gold on it, and I thought that'd be great to use as a little journal inside one of my junk journals. I got this, which is again on the 3 for $2 rack, and it's actually just a refill. It's a Kiki K, so I know that they're pretty expensive, but I like the headings and that in them, and plus there's Saturday, Sunday notes, all sorts of things, and it's hole punched, and you get, you know, a couple of things at the front for putting your phone and personal information on. I thought that was pretty good. Then these really cool stenographer notebooks. I know you can probably buy them, but I haven't seen one of these since I was 16 and I did shorthand, which wasn't yesterday, so let's just say. They are really cool because they're ruled down the centre. How cool is that? They're $1.20 each, and I picked up a couple because I don't think you'd pay that in the shop, would you? And I'll just show you the last of the paper products. This is just a little notebook, but it's graph paper, but it's really, really thick, which is why I grabbed it. And again, it was in the 3 for $2 pile, as was this, which is Italic Practice Book. It's from the pen shop in Adelaide Street in Brisbane, so again, that wouldn't have been cheap because everything in there is expensive. And it's just really faint with the italicised lines on it. You probably can hardly see that. It's very dull today. It's been raining a lot. I'm trying to catch it in the light. There you go. You can probably see it a bit there. So we've had a lot of rain, which is why it's a dull day. And if I put the light on, I'm just going to get the shadow and you won't see anything but shadow. So that's not good. And then these books. Australia's Yesterday, and what I liked about this was these really cool images in it. So there's some drawn images, and then there's also some photographs. Look at this, Graham Kennedy, and that's just wonderful. Oh, in Melbourne Tonight, 1958. Isn't that fabulous? If you're overseas, you might not know who Graham Kennedy was, but he was known as the King here in Australia. A very famous television personality, comedian type guy. Yes, I watched him a lot when I was young. So this is lots of parliamentary things, old drays and horse-drawn carriages, and pictures of street scenes. So I thought that I might get some stuff from that to put in my junk journal, and it was all of $2. Pretty good value for $2. The last thing in terms of books is this atlas, and I said that I wasn't going to buy any more atlases, but it's massive, and it was only $3, and honestly you can't go wrong. The other thing is it's beautiful paper. It's not shiny, it's that gorgeous old paper, and it's got, look at those pretty colours. So it's got lots of maps and things in it. So I succumbed and spent $3 and bought that. And then finally, in terms of books, I got these, which are really interesting, and some of them are really old, because this one is not, I don't think this one is so old. No, it was $7.95, that's Australian, so it's not too old, and some of the pages are shiny. I mean, if you want to know what to look for, that's what I look for. I look for something in, you know, I'm looking at a tub of, you know, 30 magazines that are standing up on their end. And, you know, there's, you know, 20, 40, 60 tubs sitting around the store, so you haven't got time to look at them all. So I go through and I look for something at the top which looks, I'll just try and pull that down, which looks a bit older. And like these ones were in plastic sleeves. And I immediately thought, oh, they're going to be old. So this was another one I found in there. And then when I open them, I look for interesting things that are in them. So these have got this really cute, this is a book on how to make bears, but it's also got patterns in there. So these make really good backgrounds. And I look at the quality of the paper. This paper is nice and thick, so it's going to sit well on a page or be a journaling page all by itself. It'll fold well. And the other thing is it's not shiny. And you have to be aware. The cover is shiny and the second page is shiny. But all of these pages in this centre bit here, they're all not. And then we have some more shiny pages, and then we go back to making the teddy bears. So I nearly didn't get this one, but for 50 cents, I figured why not. So all of these magazines were 50 cents. This one here, the Ragdoll book, this was $1.92. And again, it's got a shiny cover. Look, this is somebody's, I haven't opened them, I've only just got home. Somebody's pattern pieces that they've cut out. Isn't that amazing? I love finding things like that because I love using them. And so this page, these are shiny, but then when we get into this, this is the actual pattern in here. So I've got quite a nice lot of pattern pages there. And that is, and plus the things that the person who owned it has left in. Now that's shiny, but I might be able to gesso that because I really like the pattern and the grid on that. And that's a bit shiny too, but I could put gesso over the top of them so that that's not as shiny. And this one here is, this was 40 cents, so not much to pay for a magazine. It's in cents, and we went to a decimal currency here in Australia in 1966, so it's probably, you know, reasonably old. I don't know if it has a publication date or anything on it, but it's not, hasn't got any shiny paper at all, so it is old, because you can tell we don't make magazines like this anymore. And it's got really cool patterny things for making rag dolls. Oh, again, she's got all her, oh my God, look at this. There's even a little pin. Can you see that? She's left a little pin in there with all of her stuff. This is, oh, so sad, because obviously she's gotten old or something worse. And she had to give it up, or her family has given it up. All her little pattern pieces are in here with writing on them. Look at this. I'll use all that to try and preserve some of the history of the person who owned that. And it's got lots of, oh look, there's more. Like I said, I literally got home about half an hour ago and thought I'd quickly film this one. So because I'm trying to be quick, I'll have to hurry up. And then I've got Cuddly Toys, which is similar. Again, we've got the, this is more of knitting, but it's, oh, it's the same person. It's the same person. It's obviously all of her magazines that somebody's given away to the op shop. But even though it's knitting, I like all of this with all of the instructions, you know. I knit. I won't be knitting these, but I do. I used to knit when I was younger, and I still know how. But so that's a good one. And then one more. So this one here is, oh, so this one I wanted to show you. So this is obviously around 1966, you know, late 60s, because it says 2 and 6 or 25 cents. So that's when we were changing to decimal currency. So that's how come I know that that's probably, you know, 50, it's over 50 years old, I'd say. And then the doll's clothes is a similar thing. I don't have, oh, it's in cents as well, so it might be a bit older. But it's a similar thing. It's not shiny paper. So if you're looking to find old magazines, then that's what I look for. So there's a tip on that. So what I've got here are some receipts from the UK, and I actually got these off eBay. They weren't terribly expensive, which is why I got them, but I'll probably photocopy them and print them out because, you know, I want to preserve them, but they're just beautiful, and they're from the 1920s, these ones, and they've got a lot of handwriting, which is really nice. to see on the old receipts. I love this. This guy's a carpenter, painter and wheelwright. Don't get many wheelwrights around these days. And that's this one's 1931, and it's written with an old typewriter. Aren't they gorgeous? Look, this has even got the paperclip rusted onto it. All that just adds to, for me, it adds to all of the character that's actually on it. It's pushing all my stuff. I was just lamenting how messy my desk always is. I'm always in a mess. I can't seem to keep my table clean. I don't know why. And then these ones here, which are all car things. So these are from the 50s, 51, yeah, 1951, 1957. Again, lots of lovely old handwriting on them, some old typing, and they've got the tax stamps on them as well. And then these, which I also got these off eBay, and these are old pay envelopes. And if you're young, you probably don't remember when we used to get our pay in pay envelopes, but I certainly do. When I first started work, this is how our pay came. The paymaster came around with the guards, and you got an envelope full of cash. Well, not much. These are £3.53, so that person didn't get much. So these are quite old too. I can't remember what year these are from, but again, another purchase off eBay. And beautiful, thick envelopes these are. So they're just gorgeous too. And now it's time for the giveaway. So this is what I'm giving away. It's a junk journal, or a travel notebook size journal that I've made. I've just tied the book up with some seam binding, and I get this seam binding from a lady on Etsy. Her name is Janice, and she sells the most beautiful seam binding, and it's all crinkled up like this. So the journal itself is about a travel notebook size, so it's about 21 centimetres by 10.5 centimetres, so I think it's 22 wide, and then you fold it in half. And it's got some pink broderie anglaise down the side that I've just stitched on. I've used washi tape as well through some of the journal, and these are the actual pages of the magazine. So I'll show you a few things that I've done. I haven't included all of the tags and things, but you could put them in. So this is a little upward tuck spot that I've put here. This is something that comes in the magazine, so you can put a little thing in there. I've also got some of this lovely vintage journal book page that I own, and I've put that in there. I've got a tuck spot down here for something, and then I've left these because they're so pretty, aren't they? I put a little photo there. This is so that you can write on there if you wanted to. You can put your little notes in. I'll just quickly flip through it. Then I've stuck some more of the journal page down here. You can put that in. I do include some of the little pockets. There's a little pocket here that I've included for you, stuck onto that page. And I've got a photo here that I've stuck on with washi tape, so that's from elsewhere in the book. I've got another little pocket here, so you can put something in there. And I've got a pocket in here in this little book, which comes from the magazine. I'm going to leave it in there. I've got a pocket down here for you. And then I've got, just trying to see where all the pockets and things are. Look at this, isn't that gorgeous? It's so pretty. I've got this little half page here. You could stick it down and turn it into a pocket if you wanted to. I haven't bothered. I thought you could hang something off there, stick something on there to make it prettier. I've also got a half page here. And then in the centre I've left the face so that you can colour that in if you want to and draw more on it. Put the other half page of this here. I've got some more pages. I've made another pocket here and some more pages for you. Pages there. Then I've got a little flip out envelope on this page, so you can tip that in and put something in it in the pastel pink. I've got a little flip here, and there is a little pocket at the top if you wanted to put something in it, and that's the other part of that page, that little photo. I've got the page here which I've stuck down, and then on this page the other half of that. There, got another one of those journal pages here, and this one actually flips out, and I've got a little pocket in here with an envelope in it. It's a little mini envelope that I've got put in there for you. And then on here I've got a half page of that, and the other part of the pretty paper, some more of that journal paper, and a little pocket in here that you can put something into. And then this in the back flips up, so you'll be able to write notes and things in there. And that's it. So there you go. I'm giving it away. So in order to be in the draw to win this book, it's opened internationally, so I will post it anywhere in the world if it happens to be somebody outside of Australia who wins it. And it is ready to go. All you need to do is two things. First of all, you need to subscribe to my channel, because the point of doing this is to try and get my 200 subscribers. And just to note that this is my 100th video that I've made and put on YouTube. And the other thing you need to do is leave me a comment. Now you can leave me a comment about anything. You can tell me why you like Daphne's diary. You can tell me about a trip that you've been on or that you might be going on where you might use the diary. You can tell me where you're from and why you watch YouTube, what sort of craft you do, or if you're just a mad YouTube watcher and you don't do any craft but you like to see people make things. You can tell me really about anything. I do all sorts of crafts, as you probably know if you watch my channel. And I'm wishing everyone good luck. Now, in terms of a date for drawing it, I figured that it's probably a good day to draw it on the 11th of April. That is Australian time, but I will leave it open to go through to US time. So the 11th of April just happens to be my father's 89th birthday, so I couldn't think of a better day to say that the competition's closed, or that the entry. Now it's free to enter other than just subscribing and leaving me a comment, and if you've got any questions, please ask me. I hope you've enjoyed this, my 100th video. Good luck if you're going to enter the draw to win this travel notebook. I'll catch you next time. This is Deborah. Cheers.